What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, listen. News broke yesterday about an attack that happened this past Wednesday, August 6th, out there in Memphis, Tennessee. Shout out Memphis. And this is a story that's strange. I'm going to share it with you guys. It's about a man that was thrown out of a laundromat, right, for getting into it with a woman that he did not know. And once he got thrown out, this guy came back. And he came back masked up with a bat and threatened the woman until two bystanders, customers themselves in the laundromat, jumped in to stop this guy from hurting this woman. I want you guys to take a look at this story, man. This is something you got to see to believe. But also, I want you to listen to the sense of pride that this man has when he speaks about the city of Memphis and how it used to be and how he wished it was like it used to be. Take a look at this, man. This is strange, and we'll come back with commentary.
Well, it started as a regular day at the laundromat, but then it turned into a very scary situation. A woman came face to face with a man with a bat before two men took him down, and a security camera captured it all. ABC 24's Ezekiel Telemaco joins us now. Ezekiel, you talked exclusively with the victim and the customers who came to her rescue. Is that right?
Yep. So it's a pretty crazy story, honestly. And this happened at Ellie's Laundromat on South Pauline Street. And it started when workers banned a man from the property. And then it took a violent turn when he attempted to come back.
I was drying and washing his clothes. And he told me that I didn't even be on my phone. And I was like, huh? I didn't understand what he was saying at first because I didn't hear him. So I was like, huh? And he was like, you don't need to be on your phone. I was like, why not? He was like, because he was washing his clothes or something. And I was like, okay. And then he had left.
Hendricks says she thought that was the end of it, but minutes later, police say Joseph Leak came back, and this time he was yelling at customers and swinging an orange baseball bat. That's when two customers, Donald Young and Reginald Harris, stepped in.
I was glad I was able to hold him down instead of shoot him, because we have enough of that going on in the city, and I think it portrays the city in a negative light.
Harris says he never came to the laundromat expecting to be a hero, but he thinks it's everyone's responsibility to help each other.
I didn't come in here to be a hero. I came here to wash clothes. But I think you need to interact where you see a need. And it's everybody's job to do that in the community. That's what made Memphis what it was.
And while many are calling him courageous, Harris says his heart is with both the victim and the suspect.
You know, a lot of people say, well, you know, he's this, he's that. But you know what? My heart goes out to him, too, because I don't want to read about him dead, and I don't want to read about her dead either. I'm tired of seeing that go on in our city. And like I said, you know, we can talk about it or we can do something about it.
Harris says he hopes this moment helps remind people of what Memphis used to stand for.
Back in the day, if they saw you, you know what I'm saying, people intervened. And they even told your parents. There was a thing called pride. There was a thing called morality. And I think that needs to return back to this city.
Yeah, and because of these heroic acts, Hendricks wasn't hurt, and Leak is being held at the Shelby County Jail on aggravated assault, criminal trespass, and burglary charges.
All right, guys, you've seen it. Wildness out there at a Memphis laundromat. And it's crazy how an interaction with a stranger could end up with you getting seriously hurt or losing your life. Now, I got the article up here, and it says this guy has been identified, according to the affidavit, as Joseph Leak. And it says he was issued a trespass notice earlier that evening, banning him from the property. So, looking at the lady, looking back on the story, the lady must have worked in there and had some interaction with him, or somebody had an interaction with him where he was kicked out of there. He comes back masked up, swinging an orange baseball bat until these two people jumped in there to help this woman. He had her all pinned up against the thing. And she said, this is how it started. She said he was drying and washing his clothes, and he told me, you don't need to be on your phone. And then she said, I didn't understand what he meant at first. I'm asking him why, and he just said something about washing clothes. So basically, I think she was sitting there working because she had the laundromat shirt on. I guess like she's there to watch the laundry, but she was on her phone, and he must have said something about, you know, you ain't supposed to be on your phone if people in here washing clothes. I guess like you ain't doing your job or whatever. and he wound up getting put out. Then he comes back and attacks the woman. First of all, whatever she's doing at that job, as long as things are running smoothly, it's not your business, so you shouldn't even have said nothing to her about it. Is this guy crazy? No, I don't know. But he did some crazy shit. And you seen the guy jump in there and do something. Now, you know, people are questionable whether they want to jump in and help others. But this guy right here, he's old school, and he lived by his values. Man got a lot of pride in that city. You know, he's seen around, he's seen, you know, how most cities in America are declining for the worse. And a lot of people strive or wish that things would go back to the way they used to be, where people cared about each other and they had morals and stuff. You see the stuff that he named. You know, a lot of people like this in all cities that see something and do something a lot of times. And I mean, in this case, it had a good ending where nobody was hurt, including the guy that pulled the bat on him. But I mean, I gotta be honest with you. You never know the thought process or just how somebody is when they come across you and you don't even know them. It's no interaction besides what she said. She said she didn't even think nothing of it. And here this guy come back and saying all kind of crazy stuff to her. I wonder what he was saying to her when he got thrown out. I mean, when he came back in there, what he was saying. He came back masked up like they wouldn't know it was him. Same voice you're using. I don't even know why people let things make them so mad that they got to go back there and prove a point. And the point that they prove is not a teaching lesson. It's always something that'll get them in trouble. It makes no sense. Like, I mean, people are unnerved nowadays. You're seeing all kind of stuff. Mass shootings, people shooting up places that you wouldn't even think is reason for somebody's anger. Fast food restaurants turned into death traps, Walmart, all kind of crazy stuff out here. And you're seeing a lot of people just unraveling right before your eyes. This guy came in there and threatened this woman with a bat in front of people. You know what I'm saying? I think he was trying to send a message, I guess, of do your job or whatever. I guess he was so unwound by that. And he didn't think nobody was going to jump in and grab him. Then the thing is, when they grabbed him, you know what I'm saying? He was powerless. But I mean, anytime you're showing a display against somebody, whether it's a man or woman, and you have the advantage and you just instilling fear in them and people are watching, it's never a good look. I don't know what this guy's problem is, but now he's going to have a lot to answer for something stupid as simple as a interaction about somebody what they should be doing at a job that they work and probably don't even want to be there. Either way, man, this is crazy. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Take care.